Good evening. This is a strange feast, a strange celebration set between the frank terror this morning as we stand before the Lord suspended upon the cross and the joy that we so eagerly anticipate tomorrow. The church is still dark. The Lord is in the tomb. The hymns that we have just sung speak of the anguish of his mother, but at each point they speak too of her expectation. For once the Lord has died, his final words resound, Tetelestai, it is finished. And we who sit here tonight must ask, what is finished? What has been accomplished at this time, in this moment, on this day? What has been done that the Lord could utter these as his last words? The hymns have spoken of where the Lord has gone, and in a moment we will pass outside processing him in recognition of this fact. As we go out and circle the church, we proceed with him to Hades. And when we come back inside of the church brightly lit, bedecked with flowers, with the cross, the symbol of the Lord's victory, has become an icon of something else, of hell itself. But this is not a matter for mourning, for grief, or for terror. For if the church becomes tonight an image of hell, it is only because hell tonight becomes a temple of the Most High God, the footstool of his feet, the place where his glory abides from this moment and forevermore. Our procession tonight is a procession of triumph, not of mourning. We know that the Lord has died, but the time for mourning has passed. The time for exultation has now arrived. This service is the Orthros, the service which immediately precedes in the liturgical cycle the liturgy tomorrow morning. They are one. When you saw me taking the bows and going from icon to icon, this is the service of Kairos, the preparation of the priest for the divine liturgy tomorrow. Although we will sleep in between, we are already welcoming the Lord, hailing him as victor, as the conqueror, as the abolisher of Hades, of death, in short, of all our greatest enemies. I pray then that as we process, as we sing the Trisagion hymn, lift up your voices together with the choir, lift up your heart together with the angels, and welcome the Lord, who is now come, even into the depths of our degradation, and from there leads up our nature into glory. It is the tradition in some churches, in recognition of this, that before the people return into the church, the priest will beat on the door, signifying the Lord kicking down the gates of Hades, and will say, "Open, you gates, open, for the King of Glory is now making his entrance." And the response comes from inside, "Who is this King of Glory?" And the priest outside responds, "The Lord of hosts, he is the King of Glory." This is not an evening of mourning. This is an evening of triumph. May Christ our God, who rose from the dead, grant us the everlasting joy of his presence tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday as we greet one another in the resurrection. Amen.